Hey guys, am I a meanie for making this video and part 1 and 2? I don't know. I'd love to know what you think. Am I being too harsh? Uh, anyway, I suppose my YouTube is like my way of expressing myself because I'm normally really quiet and I don't like to argue. I'm a bit spineless as well. I don't like competition. So with those things put together, like YouTube is the only way I can express my thoughts or feelings really in a way, most of the time anyway. Because normally it feels a bit strange to make YouTubers. Not normally I'm such a shy guy. Kind of. I mean, until I get to know someone, and I can. And sometimes I probably came across a bit sort of cold because when people talk to me, I was probably like just nod my head or not really talk, and then it comes across I'm a bit cold because I only like to try and talk when I've got things to say. I normally don't really like small talk that much. I think I'm probably getting better at it, but like once I was at my friend's birthday party, and I think people when I was there, they were probably a bit like this guy doesn't really take any interest because I was really quiet. So I didn't really think much of it. But then when they were like, didn't really shake my hand, and afterwards, my mate was like, "Yeah, it's probably because you come across that you didn't really care." So they thought, "Why should I put an effort in?" But so yeah, if I see people out there, I'm like normally quite quiet, and they're like. Some people who see me will be like, "This guy, he's not." They'll be like, "You're not shy," but that's when I get to know them and I know they're a nice person, or whatever. But sometimes when I think some of the things I say, I think, maybe I get a bit shy and worry what people think too much about sort of things like that. So anyway, so that's why I express myself through YouTube. I also don't like arguments or something like that. So anywho, yeah, I hope this doesn't sound too harsh or cold. And as I said before, tomorrow I'm hoping to cover all the things I hope God will bless and stroke or reward, which to me is much. Unfortunately, I seem to be irritable about so many things, have these sort of OCD sort of things. I don't know if they're OCD or whatever, but anyway, these habits and patterns. So that's why I get annoyed by so many things. So, but I think it's a much better and more important list to talk about who I'd rather God bless and stroke or reward, because that's which is more positive. Anyway, sorry for my laughing. Thing is, in my second video, I think I was talking about, or in my first video, I was talking about how I went to the dentist, and I was sitting on the, just giving a little side story, but I was sitting on the, sitting outside the dentist, and this girl came by and she was like, with her dad, I hope it was her dad, and I assume it's her dad, and she was like, "There's a statue over there," and the dad was like, "He's not a statue," and she was like, "Yeah, it's a statue," and she was like, "I statue." Some of the things kids come up with there. But anyway, sorry, I'm going to try and get on with this. I just thought I'd give a hopefully entertaining story. I thought it's so funny. Why did she think I was a statue? That's probably what a lot of people say. I look like a statue because I still do. Anyway, I'm going to move on. So number 21, I know I've mentioned this point a lot of times, but it's so important to me. I'm going to mention it again. Like, I wish that God would protect my paperwork so much that, or my works, like even like things that I like to keep, like that other people wouldn't write on, even despite of my poor punctuation and handwriting, because of my hoarding habit, probably, I suppose, but because I like things to be a certain way as well, just so and all that. It'd protect them, so if anyone tried to move them, they'd fall or something like that. And if they did that once or twice, then hopefully they'd stop. They'd get a message and not do it again. So that's one thing that I would have got to do. Like, so I suppose, like, punish or curse anyone who tried to touch my paperwork. Again, curse might be a bit too strong word, as I said before. But anyway, that sort of thing. Number 22, those who cause suffering or poverty, especially for what I call the poor or indigenous people or people of colour, and those who like prejudice people. I know. Should be careful what I say, because I suppose everyone probably has a bit of prejudice. I don't like to use the term racist or racism too much, because I think that everyone could probably be a bit prejudiced pretty much. And so I talk more about extreme. So I think even if you talk about casual racism, like racism in a joke or something like that, it's not quite the same obviously as someone who wants to go and hurt someone because they're a different colour or whatever. So I mean, I talk more about the white supremacists or neo-Nazis or the far right, whatever term you want to call them, extreme right or whatever, or Islamic extremists or complete extremists, not necessarily people who prejudice a little bit, but those who are really prejudiced and that sort of thing. Number 23, again, those who cause suffering, poverty, and those who lack sympathy, empathy, compassion, kindness, all that sort of thing. I suppose, like, some people, if they made a list, they would probably talk about people who don't pay taxes or what they call their fair share, or those who don't pay their staff very well, or whatever, if they're socialists or anti-capitalist generally, or whatever, or communists or whatever. And I'm not a socialist or a communist, to be honest, and not really an anti-capitalist. I'm anti-war or anti sort of making money from ways that I think are immoral. But in terms of taxes, I'd never go after someone who didn't pay taxes. I'd leave that up to the government, and like if they did it legally, then I suppose that's up to them. But if they did it illegally, then maybe the government can clamp down on it. But I wouldn't really what other people pay their taxes or don't pay is up to them really. The government, it's not nothing to do with me. I don't really care about. Or even if people give charity or not, it's up to them really. I'd rather they did. But if they mock the homeless or mock people who are disabled or mock disadvantaged people, then maybe I think they should be punished. Or if they hurt people from Africa or they go against people from Africa or deliberately cause suffering or poverty somehow or go to war. Or I think if they, again, war profiteers or people like that, or people who cause poverty somehow, I think God should punish or curse them, but not people who don't pay taxes or stuff like that, or even people who are not charitable. I think it is their choice or their money, as long as they don't go out their way to other people. I hope that makes sense, as with all my ideas. Number 24, to me personally, like imperialists, colonialists, empire supremacy and things like that, taking over people's country and all that kind of thing. I'd say there's another thing that I would want God to punish or curse. 25, I suppose, like monarchists, monarchy groups, monarchist nations, maybe. Double question on that one, but 26, again, those who colonize or have imperialism, colonialism, empire supremacy, taking over people's land, stealing, killing, trespassing, murdering, breaking law, things like that, or hurting other people, or going against other people. And I suppose like hypocrisies, like saying that migrants shouldn't come to the UK or the US or Europe, but at the same time believing that Europe should be able to take over their countries, like in Africa and Asia and places like that. 27, those who go against what I call the four. 28, those again who bring other people down and hurt other people and are hateful and have, I think mostly like intentions, those who have negative intentions to hurt other people, or harm other people, upset other people. We don't want to see other people happy, but rather see other people sad and things like that. Number 29, those who hate me or people like me, those who hate people of colour or who hate mixed race people, who go against mixed race people, or people with learning disabilities, or that sort of thing. Number 30, maybe in the future I can if I've got any points, I'll probably put them in the comments, or in the future maybe I'll make more videos like this. But I'm going to try and make more positive ones, so please forgive me if this one was a bit negative. But I think that covers everything, everyone for now. So anyway, as ever, I'd love to know what you think.